Partner selection. Anyone who wants to build a relationship in any way is faced with the need to choose a partner. How do you find your person? How can you avoid making mistakes and avoiding disappointment? We can very easily decide on the criteria for choosing a car, a refrigerator, a school for our children. And we experience many difficulties when we have to do the same when choosing a partner. Why? In order to understand what kind of person we want, we must first face our demons, understand our desires, and understand our limits, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable in a couple. Need to understand. And it seems better to do this before the relationship begins than to be disappointed in it. Here are some techniques to clarify your desires and expectations. To do this, you need to have a pen and paper ready, smiley face. 1. Write down all the associations that arise from the word relationship. The bigger the better. 2. Write at least 30 answers to the question, why do we need relationships? What do we get from having relationships? 3. Split the page into 2 columns. The first section contains at least 20 answers to the question, what do you want in a partner? In the second, there are at least 20 answers to the question, what do you want to give yourself? It is important to be as detailed as possible. For example, I want him to love me, and I want him to love me. So how should someone who loves you behave? How do you act when you're in love? Note the differences in information within the columns. For example, I want her to be beautiful, smart, successful in her profession, and love me for who I am without expecting anything from me, or, I want her to be a wealthy businessman. I want him to dedicate a lot of time to me, worship me, and be happy just because I chose him. Such an imbalance is due to the fact that we tend to reproduce models of family relationships, or directly seek out substitute mothers or fathers and expect them to love, accept, protect, etc. is often associated with we. This is neither good nor bad. But the better you know yourself and the more accurately you express your desires, the more likely you are to avoid future disappointments.